Great job filling in for Jen for us the next few days. Okay, well, let's talk about CAA. They're reminding drivers to slow down and move over when approaching tow trucks and emergency vehicles on the side of the road. It's the law to slow down and change lanes when passing emergency workers, but not everybody does it. And joining us this morning to chat about this issue is Julia Kent from CAA Atlantic. Great to see you as always.
Thank you very much.
So we know that the slow down move over law has been in place now for some time, yet every year we know that there are thousands of near misses. So why do you think that is, and what are some of the consequences, could you share with us, for those who are caught violating this law?
I think that we see so many near misses, honestly, because I would say about 50% of people, and we've compared this with the RCMP numbers for traffic violations related to slow down, move over. 50% of people aren't aware of the law. They don't know about it. So we need to do a better job, and that's why I'm speaking with you today, to educate Atlantic Canadians on this law and that it's in all 4 provinces. And where it relates to tow truck drivers in particular, they're a recent addition to the law, so they weren't included. They were always included in Newfoundland and Labrador. I think that's about 4 or 5 years ago now. But in New Brunswick, they were just included in 2019, and in Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island, they were included in 2018. So a lot of people don't know about it. In terms of violations, you can get a fine. You can get a fine that ranges, depending on what province you're in, anywhere from $300 to over $1,000. So it's a pretty significant fine. But the most important part is that slowing down and moving over is the right thing to do to keep emergency workers on the roadside safe. So that's the message we're trying to get across today.
I've had CAA come help me on the side of the road, and the vehicles that speed past them, if they're just trying to change a tire, is so overwhelming, and I feel like I'm off to the side and I can't imagine how they're feeling. So was that one of the main reasons why you guys were so diligent to have this law extended to tow truck drivers?
Absolutely. So tow truck drivers are oftentimes emergency first responders. They're the first ones on a scene to help somebody on the side of a road. And it's really important at CAA. These are our people. These are our colleagues. They have families that they deserve to go home to. And if we can make a simple change to slow down to half the posted speed limit and move over where possible to the left-hand lane and just give them a little bit of space, it makes the world a difference. And we can avoid these near misses and some of the accidents and fatalities that we've seen in recent years across North America.
And let's talk about very quickly, tow truck drivers in Nova Scotia are now allowed to have red and white and amber flashing lights, which is great, and I'm sure it's going to help keep everyone safe. What would you say?
Well, we have been lobbying for tow trucks in particular to be able to have dual colored lights. They currently can only have amber colored lights. And the only province in Canada that has been successful in that lobbying effort is Saskatchewan. They had a fatality of a tow truck driver a few years ago, and their tow trucks are now allowed to have blue and amber lights. In Atlantic Canada, blue is reserved for police, but the new Traffic Safety Act, which should come into effect later this year in Nova Scotia, is going to allow white, red, and amber, or any combination thereof. So we're really pushing all 4 Atlantic provinces to allow red, which traditionally means stop, for all tow trucks, because we have studies that show that it really gets drivers' attention, and hopefully it will help us in our efforts to get people to slow down and move over for all emergency vehicles on the side of the road.
And as we wrap up, because we have to wrap up right now, just as a reminder, because you said people don't realize that this law is actually in place, what should people do when they see an emergency vehicle or first responder on the side of the road? Please tell us.
If their lights are flashing, you slow down to half the posted speed limit. So if the speed limit's 100, slow down to 50 and move over into the left-hand lane whenever it's safe to do so. And it's just the right thing to do, and it's the law.
Let's get everybody home safely, especially if someone's just trying to help somebody else out. It's very important. Thank you for sharing this important message with us again, Julia. It's always so nice to have you on our show.
No problem at all.
Stay safe. Thank you. All right, that was Julia Kent from CAA Atlantic, here to tell us about the slow down, move over law that is in place. It is 7:49. More CTV Morning Live after this commercial break. Stay with us.
Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex give you a chance to